How's it going, guys? In today's video, I pick up a 1988 R30 dually from Washington that I bought previously about 4 months ago, and I drive it 2,500 miles all the way here to Houston, Texas. You know about the dually. We're up here at my dad's shop. Me and Chris are gonna be working on this thing, and Dad, I'm sure. We're gonna be working on this thing, trying to get it road ready. We leave in 3 days, so we're doing our own little roadkill episode. But I'm pretty excited about this. It's gonna be a good time. Oh, and it's locked. Let's see it, so start here. Oh, there it is. Right up, just like that. Pretty good so far. Got some kinks to work out, but that's what we're gonna do today and tomorrow and the next time. What's the first steps that I need to do on it? You put a new alternator on
Take it out and LS swap it.
Whoa. Did you put a new alternator on there?
Nope.
Just new? Looks new.
Yeah, it looked like somebody did. Nope, we did a bunch of other shit.
What'd you do? Go over the lowdown, what you've done so far.
I don't remember, to be honest with you. I know we did a belt, upper and lower radiator hose, throttle body base plate gasket, oil change, trans service. I think we did.
Nope. This thing ready for going to Houston. We only got like 2,500 miles to go, you know.
You'll be fine.
First drive will be that far, so no big deal.
Oh yeah, that's outside.
So it stopped everything from getting in the compressor.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going to replace that, but I guess they talked me into it.
Probably a good thing.
Probably a good call. I just got the compressor on. Dad and Chris are doing the, what do you call that? The dryer?
Evaporator dryer?
Evaporator dryer. We're just getting that thing put on. Hopefully we'll have AC. By the time we get back into Texas, we're going to be dying for AC. We got the dually up in the lift. You can see they have some shackle extenders. What would you call it, Dan? The proper term.
Shackle lowering kit.
Lowering kit. So yeah, it brings it up. You can see she
They
rubs.
relocated the front mounts.
Yeah, relocated the front. What do they do to lower the front? A spindle?
The front has Beltec spindles.
Spindles. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
And lowered shocks all the way around.
sweet. So right now I'm draining the fluid in the rear end, so it looks like it's had a leak. So I'm gonna try and clean that up, fix the leak, and put new fluid in it. Chris changed the oil and working on some sway bar stuff. Dad has been just helping do everything pretty much, because he's awesome like that. But we got a cool receiver hitch on this thing.
Do you have a padlock?
I don't.
Huh.
Yeah. Could buy one though.
Yeah.
No, I could definitely buy one. We can cut that with a grinder and then put one on there and put the actual spare where it belongs.
Right.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. Overall though, everything looks pretty good under here. One thing that needs to change is the carrier bearing right here. That needs changed pretty bad, so we're gonna swap that out. How's it going, Chris?
Pretty good.
What are you working on?
I'm taking out the sway bar.
You can see sway bar bushings are not exactly ideal. That one looks really good over there. Oh, got the rear end all cleaned up. New drive line, not new drive line, but the drive line with a new carrier bearing is in. Should help with some vibrations for sure. Chris put in new sway bar bushings. They're all finished up.
What are we doing, Colin?
Cruising the dually.
Cruising the dually.
We just got her all fixed up. We did a bunch of work to it. Got the sway bar bushings done up, carrier bearing. Swapped out the oil in the engine and the rear end. What else did we do?
Got the AC working.
Oh yeah, let's kick that on.
Check the AC. Ooh.
Yeah, we got AC.
Ice cold, baby.
Yep. So now we're just gotta
Waiting on that TPS sensor.
cruising the dually. Oh, there's second.
Yeah.
There's second. Oh, we don't need that. That's fine.
The hell is that? Trim piece. Nice.
Yep.
That's good. Oh, he did a window.
Oh.
Window motor.
What's it
Power windows. Check it out.
going up? Oh.
Up.
Oh, yeah, because I can feel the AC. Oh, yeah. Now we're not.
AC's nice. Got that fancy little tiller that points down at the neither regions. A definite for Houston weather.
Yeah, for sure. This is day 3 here in Kettle Falls, Washington at Dad's shop. You can see. And we're working on the dually again. We about have everything tied up, and we were actually working on the cigarette lighter plug in here so that we could charge our phones and things like that. You know, 2,500 mile trip. So we got that fixed, and I turned the AC on because we got that working. We got full AC now. And of course, the blower motor started squeaking, which is good. I'd rather go out here than somewhere down the road. So just ordered a new blower motor, pop this one out real quick. Gonna throw another one in there, and then I think everything is pretty much done. I say that, we'll see how the trip goes, but put a new TPS sensor on there. Seems to run pretty good. I totally understand this is still a 1988 truck, so expecting nothing to go wrong is a little ignorant. But I mean, we went over a lot of this thing on the rack and changed a lot of oils that should be changed, and I'm feeling pretty confident. Drove it a little ways, not far, but I went for a little drive with Dad, and it seems like everything is good on it. So we'll just kind of see what happens. Probably won't need this motor right at the moment, but once we get towards the south, you're definitely gonna enjoy having a nice ice cold AC system. As soon as we fix the AC, of course, inevitably the blower motor goes and starts making a bunch of noise, and I don't feel like replacing this on the side of the road, so we are replacing it here. All good, everything's working. The times we live in now, Walmart no longer has bags in Washington. We got Tanner's four-wheeler. His parents came over and brought it over. They're in Washington as well. So he's utilizing the dually as a free ride. Gotta help friends out, you know. So we got this kind of scooted over. We're gonna try and fit a 14 bolt in here. That's gonna be a project for the Jeep. So dually's gotta earn her keep on the way down, you know. Gotta utilize everything, but I think we have everything ready to go. Everything is here, and we've done everything in preparation, so hopefully this old gem makes her back. We don't have a name for her yet, so you guys come up with a name of what you guys think it should be. Put it in the comments below. We got the jump! Oh, he's coming around! He's coming around! Oh no! Oh no, he's coming around! Dang it! Oh, he put the flashers on? How disrespectful! Dang it, man! Old dually doesn't do too bad though. That's a new truck. That's like a 2208.
Right?
Man, this thing is rich. I can smell. We probably just burned a whole gallon of gas doing that right there.
I smell it too.
Oh god.
Well, something to note when you have a dually, new dually owner here, didn't really realize this was low because the other tire was still holding it up. Then we put some weight in it, and then we saw this thing cooching. We only had about 10 psi in this outer right here, so we're gonna air it up. But I have a feeling this might be a common occurrence on this trip, so we might have to pick up one of these compressors. My dad's nice enough to let me use his, but might have to pick one up. We're at 20. Oh, battery low. That's a bummer. We'll be back.
Alright guys, we are driving the dually back from Washington now. We're about 50 miles from Mom and Dad's house where we took off from. And so far, so good. In the beginning, cruise control wasn't really working great. It was a lot of stutter, but right now I'm on cruise control and there's nothing wrong. As far as health of the vehicle, coolant looks completely fine. Great oil pressure, voltage is great, so I think all the basics are pretty good. We do have something going on in the back as far as the vibration goes, whether it's a driveline, rear end, not really sure, but hopefully that doesn't cause us any troubles down the road. But other than that, so far pretty uneventful. So this is the moment of truth to find out if the tank switch works. The tank switch never works on these things, but I switched it to the right tank. And so far, I think it's working.
I think it's working, yeah.
Because I filled this up before we left on both sides just to see. And so I'm filling this one up. I'm gonna try and fill the other side up just to make sure that one hasn't been touched yet, because I just wanna know how these things are working. I don't know, some people like to connect the tanks together, and I don't know. So I just wanna make sure we're working good. But here's to a very expensive cross-country trip.
Right.
All right, we got the essentials from Harbor Freight. We got a jack, flashlight, razor blade, little mechanic kit, another kit down there. So we should have everything to change tires and do our basic maintenance.
Rebuild the truck.
But we're never gonna need any of this, right, Chris?
Right.
Right.
Wrong.
All right, we made it to the $50,000 silver bar here in Montana. How or who, or I don't even know how you pronounce the name, but it's lunchtime. We're grabbing some lunch. All right, we are somewhere in Montana, and as you can hear, it's raining. and of course the wipers were working, and now they're stopped. So hopefully it's just a fuse. Nope. Not it. So wiper motor or harness or something. So we're just gonna cruise slow in the rain, I guess. See what we can do. Current situation is driving with no windshield wipers. So we're just kind of rolling with the flow. We're probably gonna throw a motor on tomorrow, but as of right now, just rolling. Well, we rolled in at like 3 o'clock last night at Sean's place. Dually made it completely fine, no issues so far. I'm not gonna say no issues. Our wiper motor went out, so we had to drive through a couple of rainstorms with no wipers. That kind of sucked. But other than that, Dually, she's awesome. Her first upgrade is gonna be a 480, so we can drive this thing faster than 65. 65, this thing is just singing, so we need to get a new transmission to get us some better gearing. But look at Utah. Freaking mountains back there. Freaking mountains way back there. That's crazy. Freaking mountains over there. It is crazy nice. It's all green. Come through the summer, it's not as pretty, but this is a pretty time of year. All right, we got the wiper motor pulled off. We're here at Sean's. He's letting us crash. So got the wiper motor pulled off. He's gonna drive us up to the parts store, get a new wiper motor so we don't gotta drive this thing in the rain. That was not the most fun. So AutoZone looks like they got one. Go get her and slap the new one in. All right, well, we went across town, got a new wiper motor, put it in. Wipers work fantastic. So hopefully that stays that way for the rest of the trip. I think we're gonna go try and see if we can get some video of the dually going down, just some roller shots, see if we can get some of those. But yeah, other than that, everything's going good. Yeah, hopefully no big incidences with this thing. Going good so far though. We stopped at Moab, got a bite to eat. So far, so good in the old dually. We're just gonna keep on trucking. Stopped at Santa Rosa, got the dually all filled up on both sides. I'm like, these gas prices are a lot better than what we started out with. They're almost $5 a gallon. That's almost over the 454. It's on there pretty good. Never mind. We got about 2 hours down the road left in the States, so we're gonna get headed out. Fires right up. You're about 20 minutes. That'll go to full flow. All right, guys, we're on day 3 driving the dually. We left Amarillo this morning, and now we are just going through Wichita Falls. Feels good to be back in Texas. More familiar sights around here. So we got about, I think we got like 5 more hours or so to go, and once we get home, that'll be a total of 2,500 miles. So hopefully the old dually can hang in there for an extra couple. We're going through oil for sure. We just keep topping her off at gas stops, making sure everything's good to go. It's not super fast, but we're definitely going through. We got a combination of leaks, and I'm sure it burns a little bit too. So last stop we had to check the belt again because every time the AC would kick on, it's still tripping the belt. So seems fixed for now, but I might have to come up with a more permanent solution for that later on. But last night rolling into Amarillo was a crazy storm, so I'm sure you're gonna see that in the time lapse that we had. Well, it was a mint bedside. Tire detreaded. Time to change it, I guess. The good thing is we planned for all this. We got Harbor Freight jack, and we had a spare underneath, but this is just heartbreaking. This truck was clean. Now I gotta try and find a fender, and it's like, how do you paint match patina, you know? It's just, really just sucks. But we're getting her changed and go back on, I guess. Well, this should be the last fill up before we hit home. Check my light out. There's a light that normally goes here. Man, damage is rough, you guys. Sad day for the old dually. You can see right here, it totally ripped the bolts out that hold it in. It was aggressive. Luckily we had that spare. All it did was detread this tire. It didn't even blow. But it's nobody's fault but my own. I mean, I looked at it. I mean, you guys can tell it's got cracks in it. It's an old tire. I risked it for sure. But I mean, it made it over 2,000 miles. So, but just let me use my new jack and all my new tools that I got. So overall, not a bad trip. Can't complain. I can't lie, I'm very disappointed about this, but it is what it is. I mean, it's not a perfect truck by any means, but I mean, it is still a very clean truck for its age. There's no dents in it. See this is rough. Hopefully that will buff out. I think that might buff out. This is what's rough though. You have to figure something out for that. Get all new tires too. Mismatched garbage. And get all brand new tires. Checking the oil real quick. Something that has been working religiously on this entire trip is the AC. Big thanks to Chris. He ordered the compressor and dryer off of rockauto.com and just surprised us with it. So yeah, we've had a nice cool ride at least. Well, if you're seeing this girl, you know that we're back home. The dually made it. I would like to say with no problems, but we had a couple, you know, it's kind of part of the deal here. But no big deal. We'll get her fixed up. Kind of already went over everything there. But Tanner got his four-wheeler. He's all happy there. Here's a tire again, just kind of de-threaded itself. This rear end is a rear end for the Jeep. This is a 14 bolt, so it'll be upgraded compared to what we got. I have no idea when I'm gonna do that, but it'll be good to have that in the parts section of the backyard. This video proves that you don't have to buy a brand new vehicle to go do stuff with it, you know? Just traveled 2,500 miles with this dually that was built in 1988 from GM, and it did everything just fine. As you can see, I'm sweating like crazy, but you know where I wasn't sweating? Inside that dually, because I had AC. If you put your time and effort into making stuff work, you can make anything work. And this dually is going to be my new tow vehicle. I got a lot of plans for it in upcoming videos. If you have ideas on what we should do to the dually, drop them in the comments below. But if you don't, then don't drop them. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching through this whole video. I know it's a long one, but if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button and following more content. We got dually action. We're gonna have rat rod action. We're gonna have a bunch of stuff going down. But thanks for following the journey. We'll see you in the next one.
When I was saying that she rubs, I was not kidding. She rubs really, really good. Surprised we got any tire left on this thing.
What'd you do to Bob?